Hey guys, Ed here. Welcome back. This video we are going to tackle the deck. Previous video we got the hull completed and painted. Other than the rudder, I held off on putting the rudder onto the hull simply because it protrudes lower than the hull itself and it would just be asking to get knocked off. I did put the propellers on. They're up high enough where they're going to be protected, and the rest of this build is going to be built on a stand, so that shouldn't be of any concerns. Good news, I got my deck in. I have not opened it yet, but we're going to flip the camera around and we're going to get into more depth as far as what we got here. And I don't know the name of the company. Everything in here is in Japanese. I mean, everything is in Japanese. I did get it off of eBay, and it came from China. And I complained about that, but I'll tell you what, guys, I got this like in a week and a half's time. Normally when I get something shipped from overseas, it takes over a month. So there's the company. It's a Shark. And I don't read very good Japanese, but I think it says Tamiya or something like that. I don't know. That's close. So, with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get on into it. Welcome back. Alright guys, welcome back once again. Part 1 of the deck for the King George V, 1/350th scale. And I've kind of been sneaking around looking in the bags a little bit. Like I said, I didn't do an unboxing, so I didn't show any of that. But 350th scale looks like it's going to be challenging. When I did the Arizona, that was a 1/200 scale, and everything was a little bit bigger to work with. So this should be an interesting and challenging build. So I appreciate you guys following along with me. Hey, really quick, guys, I am up to 391 subscribers. I'm not far from 400. It would be like really, really cool if I could hit that 400. Give me that solid. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, man. We got this build just started. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to take everybody on the journey with me, and we're going to get things figured out together. So we're going to start today, like I said, with the deck. I did get my wooden deck in from China, and I'm going to introduce that to you in this video. And then we're going to take a look at the deck itself from the kit, and we're going to figure out a game plan to see where we're going to go and how we're going to tackle this. So let me get everything switched around on the camera so we can look down at the desk, and we'll get things started. I'll be right back. All right, so let's start off showing the deck and its packaging. And the only American words in this entire thing is right here and right here, and everything else is in Japanese. So, well, and then that right there, but that just says wooden deck for model ship. It did come with the anchor chains for this kit. Those were included with the deck, which is very cool, and they are black already. The anchor chains that I got for the Arizona were gold, and I had to paint those up. So these are already in black, so that's cool. That's going to save us a step. And it does look like it's a self-adhesive deck, but I'm not going to rely on the adhesive. I'm probably going to use some kind of cement or epoxy or something to hold that down. I just don't trust the self-adhesive. I think after time it's going to start letting go and start bubbling in areas and things like that, so I'll try to avoid that by putting something else in between. And it shows here to cut them out of the sprue and then peel back and then apply it to the deck, and then press it down with something firm to get it to stick. So guys, let me go ahead and I'll get you this QR code here. Let me hold it still for you, or you can pause the camera and oops, I think it goes this way. If you're interested in getting a deck from here, you can scan that QR code and hopefully it takes you to their page. So yeah, again guys, I got this off of eBay, and I just searched for my, the kit that I was working on, and it brought up all the extras there, and I found this deck through there. And like I said, I could not find a deck for the King George V anywhere in the United States, unfortunately. But I did order this from this company, not from this company, off of eBay, and it showed up in about a week and a half. Super quick time coming from China, so that was awesome. So yeah, there we have it. That's the packaging for this. And once again, the logo. Here we go. And it came with this here, which shows a bunch of, I'm assuming, kits that they carry the decks for. And it's all in Japanese, so I can't tell you what ships these are. That's a nice looking ship there. Yeah. And then here's the back side. Sorry about the glare, guys. It's a glossy paper that this is printed on. Alright, so anyway, let's get rid of this here. Get into the real stuff. So, where's my pointer? Here he is. Cool, interesting thing about this deck, guys. It comes with the lifeboat decks for the lifeboats. How cool is that? Now, the one I got from the Arizona from, what was that company? Anyways, it's in my video of the Arizona, but it did not include the decking for the lifeboats. So we got those. There's some more down here at this end. So that's going to be really cool. And right here for the smaller ones. So I like that. And this is real wood, guys. These decks come as real wood. They are just shaved down really, really thin. And the detail on it is awesome. You can see the planking. Hopefully you can see the planking. There we go. And I think I only paid maybe $20-something for this deck, so super good deal. And these really bring out the detail in these kits. You know, I know you can paint them, and it's, to me, that's just a lot of work, and I still think the look after putting these on is superior to painting them. You know, and then it's less work too. So yeah, there we have it. And then we have our deck here. This is where we're going to be starting. And so we're going to see how well this wooden deck fits our model. I have not tried anything yet. I just opened up the packaging to this deck here. Interesting to note that the deck pieces comes in 3 pieces for this kit, and they were not on a sprue, but yet it has these tabs on the side here. And I'm assuming that is where it come out of the machine, maybe. I thought maybe it was a locator pin, so when you're setting it into the deck that you know, it kind of locks it in for you and so that you're where you need to be with it, but it's not the case. I'm going to have to cut these off in order for this deck to sit flush into the hole. So let me get the first part of our deck out of here. It does have little tabs holding them in. That's popping right out of there. we're going to have to get rid of these anchor chain indications off of this deck in order to put our chains that came with our deck here onto it. Alright, cool. So there we have it. So let's see now how this guy fits on here. We'll see how accurate this kit is. So let me get rid of the filler pieces here. We have to be really careful. This is very, very delicate. And another tip, guys, if you are using these wooden decks, they are very, very thin. When you're painting your deck, a lot of these like boxes and storage lockers and things like that that are on this deck are going to be protruding through our deck. And so we're going to want to paint those prior to putting our deck on, of course. Now, the tip is paint the entire deck that color, okay, guys? Don't just go around and spray this and this and have it blotchy, because that will show through onto this. So when you put this onto your deck, that blotchiness will come through. And so, it, you know, spray the entire deck so that it's uniform. I learned that on the Arizona. And this deck here doesn't seem as though it's any thicker than the one for the Arizona. So let's see what kind of a fit we get. Let me get in here a little bit where you can see what's going on. And let's see what kind of a... There we go. So, here we go. That looks like it's a pretty nice fit. Heck yeah, that's going to work out perfectly. Look how nice that is. Now I'm seeing something else that is a concern to me, and I'm not quite sure yet how I am going to handle this. I do have a photo etch for this brake. And the one that's on this kit here has a little bit of thickness to it. The one that I got in the photo etch is just a thin strip. Now we have another deck that's going to be fitting behind here, and my concerns are if I cut this brake out of here and I put in the photo etch one, is there going to be a gap between the deck and the brake? And I got a feeling that there is going to be, simply because this is thicker and this deck is made to go onto, you know, the kit the way it is, not for the photo etch. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. And I just know there's going to be a noticeable gap in here, and I don't want that. And I'm looking at it, and I have looked at the photo etch. I just don't have it on hand at the moment. But there is no detail to the brake in the photo etch. This one does not look too bad, so I don't know why I would want to take the time to cut all that out of there and put the photo etch in there and then risk having a gap between the decks and going through all that work. Not to mention, these lockers are very, very close to this brake, and it would be risky trying to cut this out of here. Let me get rid of this deck here. It would be risky to try to cut this deck out of here and risk damaging these lockers. So what I might do is these braces that are behind this brake here, I might go ahead and cut those out and then use the photo etch braces in its replace, because that's the only thing nicer about the photo etch is these braces look nicer than the this kit provided indication. So I think that's what I might do. I might go ahead and just get rid of these braces here, smooth it out, and then paint the deck, put our deck on, and then go ahead and put these braces on after we got our deck down. So I think that might be the way I might handle that. and just leave this existing brake as it is. And there's another one back here, and I feel as though I'm going to do the same thing for that also. Just get rid of these braces behind it and put the photo etch ones in, and just leave the wall itself as it is. That way we're not dealing with trying to figure out how to mend that space between the deck and the bracing here. So let me get this back out of the way here. All right, so let me see if I can get in here a little bit closer for you so you can see what's happening. We're just going to get rid of this chain indication. See if you can make that out. Yeah, there we go. So we got to get rid of these indications here of the chain because we're going to be putting real chains in. So let's go ahead and do that. Then we can smooth it out with a file when we're done. There we go. Sorry about the jiggling, guys. I gotta find a way to relocate my camera. Right now it's mounted to my desk, and when I make movement, the desk moves, and in turn my camera moves. I think we're about there. Oops, I'm off camera again. There we go. Now, let's get our place for our anchors to, let me back out. Because we are going to be using the anchor chain, so we have to have a place for them to drop into. There we go. And the chains are small, so it doesn't need to be a huge hole. There we go. The deck itself, the wooden deck, it comes in 3 parts, as does the deck itself from the kit, which you would think would be a positive thing. However, there's going to be visible seams, I think, where, you know, the deck is coming together, and I don't know how I'm going to tackle that yet. As far as, you know, maybe it's not an issue. We'll find out when we get to that point, I guess, but I'm just kind of anticipating that problem, and I kind of wish the wooden deck was one solid piece as it was on the Arizona, but there's 3 parts to it, and you know, it does make it convenient as far as, you know, you're not laying down one huge piece, which is a plus, and it's a little more manageable. And so yeah, in that sense, you know, it is a plus. The only drawback I think is going to be on the finished product, or the finished project, and that it's going to be visible that, you know, you had 3 different pieces there. But we'll work through it. We'll get through that. I don't think it's going to be as big a deal. Sometimes I make things a bigger deal than what they actually turn out to be. So, all right, guys. I got a little bit more work to do on this, but I'm not going to, you know, tie up this whole video of me removing these anchor chains. And I got some more holes to drill back here where our chains are going to be coming from. There you go. All right, cool. So we got all our holes drilled. We have our chains removed and sanded down. And we're going to be painting this anchor plates. So that's going to help even all that stuff up too. So no concerns there. But we're going to be painting this entire deck. I believe it is the... Oh, what is this here? I keep forgetting the color of this. The light green gray, I believe, is what the rest of the stuff is going to be painted in prior to our wooden deck going down. So, all right, guys, let's leave that at this, and we'll pick it back up on part 2. We'll go ahead, and on part 2, we're going to go ahead and lay down our wooden deck here and here, and remove these braces from this brake line here. And we'll see how far we get on that video. So guys, thanks again for watching. Once again, guys, hit that subscribe. Let's see if I can get me up to 400. That would be way cool if we could do that this week. And I appreciate everybody who comes and watches what I do here. So that have it, guys. Everybody have a safe week, and I will see you next weekend with part 2 of the deck. Thanks for watching.